of what is the possibility of actually acquiring a loan from the institution or a grant? Let's not call it a loan, but a grant. You have someone who comes in with a legit business plan, something that you see that is marketable, can actually make money, not just for them, but actually lure tourists in and bring in capital for the country. Would they be willing, even if it's not all, let's say the person needs $10,000, and they say, okay, fine, you know what, we're going to give you a grant of $5,000. I'm just saying, hey,
let me answer your question.
give me the tax.
So let me answer your question. So by way of where I work, PDP, the legislation does not allow for grants. So if we had an idea, that would be illegal because it's written in law what the money can be used for. However, on the grant side of things, it's not there. But on the taking a risk with equity capital, it's there. 2 weeks ago, Prime Minister sent a check for $500,000. If we had a business that needed what we call venture capital, we could invest. But I don't want you not to forget what I told you, because I told you this at the beginning, and it's a very, very important point, right? It's a critical point. And I'll give you some examples, right? I'll give you some examples. I spoke with a young man today who wants to do fish production, came to me first with fish production out of a pond. And he wants to invest $100,000. And I know from my experience, it's not going to work. Yeah. However, I had a person who came to me before with a similar idea to do shrimp.
That's not working. What?
To do shrimp out of the pond. And I say to him, I know it's not going to work. However, if you have the security, I will give you the money, because if it doesn't work. So I have every obligation, if you have the security. Yeah. I'll explain as soon as I'm done. So if a person comes and you have the security, I give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm still going to have the same conversation, because if you have a piece of land and you want to invest in something, and I know it's going to fail, I'm going to tell you, but I'm giving you the money, that's chicken, but I have to tell you, if I don't tell you, I will not be true to myself. Never mind, you have the security. So let's think it through, and that's a good situation. Let's think it through. If you dig a pond in Antigua, place with dry weather, to keep that sustained with water, with so much evaporation in it, right? How big the pond is going to be? How many pounds of ship you're going to put? What is it possible? And when you produce that ship and you go to the supermarket, you may not even buy it, and the hotels won't buy it. Why are they not going to buy it? Standards, all these hotels cannot risk taking shrimp from the pond to give a guest. And if they want millions of dollars, they say that's food poisoning. When I say I do investigation, where did that pond come from? Let me see your records. Doesn't happen. So the risk there is too high. I know that. I think my house. The place is dry, never sold a pound. That's not gonna work. So I said to him, there are many people who catch fish, and you go up to High Point, and they have lobster that they sell to China and Europe. and to go on route where they pay euros. None of them decided to go harvest fish because it's less waste. And they know they will catch fish that people will buy. It's not because it's stupid. His method is so yes, the guy in the almost making possible from the left sensor. Indeed, and then business. So no, but what I'm saying, the guy is trying to straight over the farm, and this is what I was saying. He looking at a one crop system. Even if the color, yes. Capital you want to put in, and you have to have a data, you have to have a vet, you have to have storage, you have to have trucking. So when you think about the capital costs to be able to do it and do it safely, you're talking about 200,000. With I say you're better off keep the land, borrow 250,000. Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Huh? So in investing, you have to think about the risk and the reward. It's like, and I'll give another example. Something may sound, but I have to be honest with you. And I had the same conversation today. For me, is one of the hardest things. Why? To kill one bird is almost the same cost as 50,000 birds. How do I know? Yes. So the market is so small. I know a guy in Guyana, Mr. Diosin, who owns a KFC. He had a vision to do poultry in Guyana, to carry from and to Brazil. They drive from Guyana to Brazil. $55 million US. I said, I walked to the plant. Now I have to plant. Rumor is he burnt it down. Jamaica has a population of 2.6 chicken producers, and they can't satisfy the market. It's a lot of fact. You read the newspaper, they had a plant in Haiti. Haiti has a population of 10 million people. And they just show that they have in Haiti. Same Jamaica brothers, they have plants in North Carolina, making money. They're selling and growing in North Carolina. The point they're making is you have to look at two things. How much money am I putting in to get the first phone? And what is the risk if I can't do it? No. And here's another thing. In Barbados, in chicken, in Jamaica broilers. Why does it work for Jamaica broilers in the greater truck? So they make a lot of their money from the feeds and the chicken, distribute them to the farmers all over Jamaica. My wife's family used to do birds in Jamaica, in Falmouth, Trelawney. So they sell the feed, they sell the chicken, and then they go back and collect, and they bring to the farm, to the poultry place. You know how much gallons of water they use in this thing? Have you walked through a poultry plant? You have to stock all of these birds. You have to use hot water to scald them. You have to have machines to pick the feathers. You have to take out the inside. You have to wash, and it's chlorine. It's just 24/7 running water. That never shuts down. It runs from morning and 24 hours a day because they're bringing in thousands and thousands of chicken, and it's very expensive. But not only that, it also works by weight. If you miss certain things and you can't get the weight, you're in trouble. Am I making sense? And for years in Jamaica, they never sold chicken. They never sold chicken parts. Why? Do you know how to cut a bird of chicken?
Yep.
8 pieces?
Yep.
A 9-piece cut?
Mm-hmm.
It's technical work. You have to have the machine. And so they used to sell in Jamaica only whole chicken. You buy a whole chicken, you go home and cut it up because the machine to cut the chicken is expensive. So there are some businesses that are capital extensive, which means you need big population. In America, the only about three. America is the richest country in the world. The only about three companies in America that do poultry and chicken. Most of the chicken in the world is produced in Brazil. Cheap labor, lot of land, Amazon, that's where it comes from. In America, it's only three. Why? Because it's very risky. To set up a poultry plant, maybe $300 million US, and you're not even sure if you're going to make money. There's something that's called bird flu. Yeah. You have bird flu, you could wipe out all the birds. You have to call them. FDA comes in and say, in order to protect Alabama from Texas, all your birds got to be killed. Yep. So who's going to bear the cost? You see how risky that is? Am I making sense?
After you kill, you have salmonella to deal with.
Huh?
After you kill, you have salmonella to deal with.
Indeed, salmonella. So it's risky. And that is why you don't see a lot of people involved in that. So Jamaica has strict laws. But they have to be told. They closed down the banana stuff in St. Lucia. All of the farmers had nothing. So they went into poultry farm. But the hotels have it hard to buy from them because A, their meat tends to be harder because they roam. So the thigh muscles are darker meat because they have more muscles, and the food safety is an issue. But in St. Lucia, the government says for every pound of chicken you bring in, you have to buy a local case. That's the reality. So the hotels, they have to buy local chicken or buy the imported chicken. teach persons how to run the business successfully. And because persons have an idea, they are emotionally attached to it. I am not emotionally attached. I have to look at it rationally and help you to make the right decision. Are you feeling me?
I'm actually trying to.
So what's your, tell me, where we not connected?
I want to know.
Yes.
If you only remember the comments when you come on Monday night session, or you remember us when you go out there to try to, because I mean, a lot of us here, we might be sitting, but we need the help with our farm.
Okay. Yeah.
What's going on right now with this stuff?
No. This is not about that thing. No,
I'm
wait,
saying,
wait.
the
Let me
government and the
explain something. What is this, right? So, okay, man. I am an entrepreneur and my goal, my single purpose in life, I have two purposes. To have kindness and compassion and people who need help and cannot qualify. That's goal number one. When a person, a woman comes to me, she has 2 children and she doesn't qualify, I can't turn her away. That's the thing. I have to try something. Because she's a single parent. That's one. The second thing, when someone comes and they have a good idea and they meet the criteria, that's why it's not based upon who you know, color, or who you vote for. That's why it's the 5 C's. So when you tick the box, you tick the box, you tick the box, you tick the box, you're good to go. So application is supposed to have names. You look at documents so you can tick the box. However, let me know. The money is the easy piece because the money is in the bank to disperse. We have lent $3.7 million since the program started in December, August, whatever. Either November or December 2009, 3.7 million. We have loaned $8,000 to tractor. We have loaned this for that. We have the agriculture. Agriculture is easier because you can always take a bill of sale on the equipment. You give the tractor, doesn't pay back, you can sell back the tractor and people have to buy the tractor. There's some things you can't put a bill of sale on, so you have to cover the risk. So if you have a case, today, I have a conversation with the client, and he has the land certificate. So it's easy to lend him the money. But I know his strategy is not going to work. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I said, pray about this because at the end of the day, there's just too much risk. So you're going to spend $100,000 to create shit in a pond. Where the biggest issue in Antigua is water. We're going to get water and keep the pond to keep the shit. But yeah. You understand? And even if you produce 1,000 pounds of shrimp, the hotels may not be trying to buy because they have too much risk with a lawsuit from buying from a supplier that is not food safe certified. Let me close this, right? Yeah, let me close this. Look, let me explain something to you. So one of the most successful companies in the United States as a food service company is called Chipotle. They make more money than KFC, make more money than McDonald's, and so forth. Chipotle. It's a Mexican type restaurant, right? So watch this. Listen carefully, because I want you to understand. It's perhaps the only place in America where you can go and get a healthy meal and get it fast. Other than that, it's fast food, burger and fries. But you can walk into Chipotle. They have chicken, they have beef, they have pork, they have red beans, black beans, rice, salad, and so forth. And it's quick and it's good food. It's all natural, right? Nothing is close to Chipotle, right? They make a lot of money. If you want to buy shares in Chipotle today, it costs you for one share about $1,400. You want to buy a share in Apple today, it costs you about $200. So while Apple is a bigger company than Chipotle, because of how much money that company makes, just free cash, people can't get in because it costs so much, because they make so much money. The biggest risk that they had to their brand was food safety. Somebody got sick from lettuce, E. coli bacteria, and they wipe out about half of the sale of the company. Now, this is a secret that I'm telling you, I'm aware. I used to work at KFC. Regional manager for the entire Caribbean. KFC has a food safety standard where they send an auditor to check the restaurant and to check all of the suppliers, including island provision. And if they can't pass the food safety audit, they have to be shut down. Here's what I'm telling you. You're not aware, but I'm telling you this. The easiest way for tourists to become a multi-millionaire is to come down to the Caribbean. Play sick. Say I ate something at Sandals. What did you have? Had lettuce and steak. You're gonna get a lawsuit. The first thing they're gonna ask is for the supply audit. Supply audit say, who do you buy lettuce from? Barry Pickets. You're gonna go examine the farm. They're gonna test water quality, and they're gonna see this. Look, let me tell you this. I sit in the economic recovery committee last year. Now we are asking the hotels for time because they will not be accepted to produce being delivered unless it is refrigerated. And you have to have food safety standards. This is coming 20 years last year. I left KFC to the US in 2019, and that started from about 2004. But you're not aware. That is why I'm telling this time. Even if you had a cheaper ship and the best ship, the risk is too high for them to buy ship from you. Because you're going to have cold storage, you're going to have chlorinated water, you're going to have refrigerated truck. It's going to cost you $300,000, say what, 25 pounds. Does it make sense? I know it doesn't make sense, but he doesn't understand. And I say to him, I will tell you, but you can't say I didn't give you the money as long as I have the security, but it pains my heart. So it's not an issue whether or not the idea, but because he's young, he's 31 years of age, he has no idea. Am I saying something? You hear about possible call?
All the time.
That's it. So there's a risk. I don't know if you follow the news. 2 persons died in Bahamas, in the Sands. You heard that?
Yeah.
You know what they're required to do now? You know what they got poisoned or how they got killed? Carbon monoxide poison from the east. You know what they have to do now? All the rooms must have carbon monoxide detector. That's an additional cost to them. Am I making sense? So what I'm giving you here is the benefit of some experience. So you see that little business that grow wine, you don't have to borrow no money for that. If you have to borrow 5,000 to buy million seed, you get that tomorrow morning. Huh? You get that tomorrow morning. Because if you don't work, how much money are we gonna lose? 5,000. What is 20,000 to help? What is 20,000 to help 10 farmers in Antigua? That's nothing. Yes. Let me take this question and come on. We're wrapping up now. 5 minutes.
I understand.
Yes.
I understand clearly.
Yeah.
But what I am saying, I don't know if any of my
Tell me,
colleagues
no, let's
has
have
ever
a
get through with this the same farming factor.
3.7. Listen,
No, I'm
no,
talking about
listen.
this is never,
no, watch me, listen.
never.
No one up here, watch me, listen carefully. This is very important. Because remember, I have my values. To help poor people first. And look, it's 3.7 million. Are you hearing me? And it is not based upon like or prefer. It's based upon what?
Five.
5 seeds. So when you put out the application, you do what? You tick the box. You tick the box. You tick the box. And when you can tick the box, you're good to go.
Because, I mean, come in,
You haven't been there.
no, I'm just saying,
Watch me.
Mr. Joseph, hear me out, hear me out. You know how I was sitting in this class, knowing that 1, 2, 3 of my colleagues went and get through, it would give you, you know.
But remember, there's no, it's not a, we're not rolling the dice.
No, I understand.
We're not rolling the dice. We're not playing itty bitty mine anymore. We have a process. So you tick the box. Sometimes, right? Let me answer your question. Sometimes a person will come and say, I need a loan. And they say, how much we can borrow? What I tell you.
I know what I want.
Not only that, they're not really borrowing for the business. Because you should say, the business need right now. If you want a business, right? And all you think is that kill for disease. And you're coming to borrow money. You would come to me and say, I need $20,000 to buy 10,000 things because you know what the business needs. Am I making sense?
I need the $20,000.
Yes. No, you come and sit down. Tell me. You have a question? Wrap it up in 5 minutes.
I'm going to.
No, you can't go up.
But I want to know. I want to know how can I export what I want.
Okay, so there are 2 things. That's a question for export. So let me also say this. It's a very important question that you asked. Let me answer your question. It is always better to try to satisfy the local demand first and then export for 2 main reasons. 1, local market is always cheaper to access. International market requires a lot of regulation. So let me give you an example. Most persons don't know this, but let's assume you were shipping something from Antigua to St. Thomas and St. Croix next door. Yes, FDA reserves the right in law to pull any container and keep it as long as they want until they do their testing. That's the US law. So you end up with a risk that you send something to a customer and your container gets what? Full. And especially if it's something that look like weed. Are you with me? You get there, you get the point I'm making. However, Antigua has a very successful business with shrimp, not shrimp, with lobster and fish to Europe, to China, and to Guadeloupe. We can't listen. Those are markets. Guadeloupe use Europe. Money here.
You still have to meet the EU regulations.
Indeed. And for Guadeloupe, they have an arrangement because Guadeloupe is a part of the Caribbean. Some of the regulations are not strict like you go to Europe. Am I making sense? So we're going to wrap up now. So I want to leave you with some powerful ideas that we started. I'm saying let us find ways to grow business and let us be what? Creative. By sitting down here tonight, we were able to think how we can have some cash crops to grow our business. Here is the good news. It's coming from the horse's mouth. The money is in the bank. There's no issue with the money. We don't need to go to a minister to ask for the money. No, the money is there. The money is the easy piece. You see this? This is the hard piece. This is the hard piece. Why? Because that's why, you know why I enjoy coming here every Monday night? I can't wait. Because I admire your commitment to come to build your know-how so you can be more successful. So that you can make good decisions in your business. That's why I enjoy being here. And you miss it.
So we wrap.
Yes.
We're not wrapping up right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotta wrap up.
Before you reach that,
Yes.
going back to the madness,
Yes.
is there anybody here that help us to start that type of business?
That's why I'm here.
Even from me.
I have this, I have that dreams.
So,
No, but I'm just suppose we don't need finance and we have the plans.
yes,
Well,
we will work together.
we work together.
Yeah. And I'm serious about that. I am a serious.
You don't just know it, look, as
Because,
well.
yes.
Somebody told me that
Hold on. Go ahead. Wait. Yes,
In all the weeks I've been coming this,
yes.
I feel as if you're concentrating on individuals in your business. I want to know, as a coconut bloom, we have
Yes.
even started to get coconut yet. So what are we doing? What are we gonna do as a group to show our loyalty that when we do start a group, when we do come to you as a group to get these money, how dependent am I on this lady or this lady?
Okay, let me explain that to you.
I just feel as if.
No. Listen. No. Look, come on. Listen, come on, let's go. So,
just one quick.
no, please, wait. It's very important. No, hold on. You asked a very important question. I want to address this in full. Stay with me now. Come, stay with me, my dearest. Very important question, and I'm so glad. The main objective here is to form a cooperative with this coconut program, and we are disagree. And in the first couple of weeks, we talked about the formation of a cooperative and how it's going to be structured and organized, etc. And we are disagree. And we also need to think about how the cooperative will be beneficial to its members by having strategies to make money. We are disagree. Agree. So what we are speaking about here today are strategies, a little bit late, how to grow a business. The cooperative cannot be more successful than the individuals are successful. So one of the first questions I asked when I came to speak, how many of you, what business are you in? And is this your sole source of what? Income. Here's what I know. Cooperative, to be successful, will require individuals to be what? Successful. Because unless they can survive, they can't join this. So it's not one or the other. It's no. Well, wait, let me finish. It's not one or the other. So the strategies you learn will be coming into corporate. Let me explain to you.
Yeah, there's some listening.
Yeah, but you're not listening because I see the data. So I'm seeing the attitude. So I'm just saying, explain, and then you'll be able to give me.
Okay.
So we spoke before, some of you were here, about how the cooperative should be organized. Board of directors, etc. So you see this whole page here? Take a look. These are the notes that we spoke about for the cooperative. The structure, philosophy, who's going to be directors and so forth. So all that is working. So the end game here is to form a cooperative. But the cooperative cannot function unless the members understand the fundamentals of running a business. Are you guys with me? Yeah. And so I'm also here to meet the needs of the members, so that if a person has a business and they depend upon that business, then it's only the right thing to do to be able to assist that person to be more successful in their business. Are we together? So ultimately, the end game is to have a cooperative setup, and also to make sure that we have strategies that we can implement into the cooperative to make it successful for everyone. Does that answer your question?
a little late as well, because we said in the beginning, coconut takes a long time.
Oh,
And in the
hallelujah.
meantime, we needed
Yes.
some cash farms
Indeed,
to push it.
indeed. So let me also share that I shared with you in a PowerPoint presentation the keys to success for cooperative. Cooperatives. I did. Yeah, so listen, I want you to understand, very important, very important. Look, here. The most important thing for us to realize is that this cooperative will only succeed to the degree that the individuals are succeeding. Are you guys with me together? Because all of us are not in the same business. And some persons require their business to be successful. So the coconut thing is the main idea, but you have a different business, somebody has a different business, and it's not one or the other. We can help both at the same time. Is that okay with you? Is that okay? All right. So our class will end on December 31st. But there are some holidays in, but before we end, we're gonna have the cooperative set up, 7 o'clock, we're gonna move on. We're gonna have the cooperative set up. Why? Because that is gonna be the end game. But it would not be fair for this group to have a cooperative and don't know how to function. Am I making sense?
Yes.
You guys are chatting with me? I'm here for your needs, you know. I'm here for your needs. That's why I look forward to coming. And I planned the course outline, and I gave you a copy of the course outline. Did I give you a copy of the course outline? No, I haven't got one. Well, we need to give, I'm sure I gave a copy of the course outline to see what, that's it right here. I don't believe you were here at time, so that you know exactly what is covering. And I ask questions before I begin, because I'm here to scratch the itch. Am I not saying, am I not doing that, say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so work with me, my dearest friend, I will work with you.
Listen, I
Yes,
had a question.
yes,
Ask my question. Answer it.
yes.
So much.
So are we together now? Are you still loving me? Praise God. Come on. But listen, seriously, I'm here
When I
to.
ask this question, what I'm saying, every time we talk, every time we talk, I'm gonna help you your business, cut down on prices, do that, and your business, I'm saying we is here as a lady, hold on,
Absolutely.
because we want to form
Yes.
this coffee that is with coconut. So I think that you should concentrate on here, but as you just said,
Yes.
you can benefit from your business, but it comes in. Right, all right, so you answered it.
Let me also say this, very important. Let me also share this. I want you to imagine with me that tomorrow we form a cooperative, we have a board of directors, and you're left on your own. And it's only what happens.
Not good.
So what we do, yes. So what we need, right? We need to have a cooperative that we know is capable. That's why we're building capability now. To be able to run and make money for its members, because that is the main aim of objective. Am I making sense? And I can't assume, and I will never assume, that the members making up the cooperative have all that it takes to run its efficient. It will be an indictment to me. We concept of a cooperative, and I take off and I take part of that. So I'm teaching you to fish. Take off and we don't have to. Yes. You understand me? So bear with me, because Joseph, love you, give you, and I want to make the best for you. I'm here for your needs. And if I'm not scratching the itch, you will tell. Right? Coordinator? God bless you. You have a question?
Yeah, sure, yes, sure.
Yes.
Wait, it's right to right.
Shirley, get a lot of chance. Let me give you a chance first. Go ahead.
Okay, I didn't know Alicia was gonna come much less after that, but
Yes.
my question can be.
Yes.
Because previously we had another discussion. Our basis was, goals, objectives, aims, and so on.
Yes.
And how you form a cohesive
And how
Yes.
you work together, how you depend on each other
Yes,
based on personal values and values of the group
yeah,
to mesh.
yeah.
Right, but then I just feel kind of confused with your method.
Yes,
That's all.
yes,
That you are more focused on individual in as opposed to the group, number one. Number two, almost all your examples are yeah, almost all your examples in on the example. I really would prefer, okay, so like tonight we were talking about making other things with coconut. I mean, there's so many other things you can do with coconut, but it's growing, you know, the leaves for hats and fans and all kind of things. You know, they have Eastern palms and they have this, they have that, they have all kind of things that you can, like what you were saying, okay, the coconut takes long. You can also look at, instead of diversifying into a million different things, vertebra and metal and this, that. Not that they're not good. I'm just saying it's a coconut project. I'd like to see more focus on coconut. And if it is that we're gonna use byproducts of the trees or the leaves or you know the soil around the coconut because it has certain benefits because the tree releases certain nutrients or I don't know.
That's outside, so.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
see like tonight you were talking about
Yeah.
proportion. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, but also use coconut itself or the tree itself to say, well, we can make money from that while we wait.
No,
One
but
question.
you can't
One
cut
concern.
the leaves, the branch, while the tree, before the tree
Yeah,
starts.
before it starts.
Because you're stopping from, you will cause it to
Yeah, I
the
prepare the
top.
tree, but
So
So
that's why
one thing you can do with it now while it's going, the trees and the lower leaves are going, that's necessary, definitely, that.
so when
And so
they.
those can be used as mulch.
Yeah.
Those can be used as mulch.
mulch.
So what I'm saying is, you know, what you cut the tree now, that's
And
a
don't be,
problem.
you
Yeah.
cannot start.
You see?
What else I understand is.
Yeah.
what you're saying,
She was looking for stuff that from the day.
But what he was saying, it's not gonna wait so long for the coconut, so we can get to the coconut. He was even telling us about the going into different, or we can make money
Because
going
remember,
into.
we do
So
all
the
the
more
time.
you go at
Our farm.
the group, the leaders are.
One starts with them, one starts.
Okay. Let me give you some feedback, to answer to your question. I have a very clear vision as to what would happen if I took a different approach. And what I keep on saying here, money is the easy piece. Forming a cooperative is the easiest thing. Making it sustainable, because when you come together to think and plan strategy to grow the business is the most important. So I'm leading you somewhere. I'm leading you where you want to be able to sit down and apply what you have learned to grow your coconut. You understand?
Mr. Jones.
Yes,
Okay, from your experience, and you're going to be here to guide us, so
yes,
I see from, but then, in doing my research,
yes.
a cooperative needs a building, it's, as you say, directors, it's to invest something to make a profit. And it needs, members to invest what they have in the cooperative. I'm saying, who will be forming the cooperative, us here or IH?
Let me ask you a question. You miss how many classes you miss?
One.
That's the one that you.
That's the one that you miss.
Yeah.
How you know that?
Because you explained this to us already.
Which one? They covered all of those things.
All right, okay. All right, no problem. I'll get the record, no problem.
Right, but yeah, it was very important. Like, listen,
No more with it. Listen, I'm not part, I'm just only one of the village working along with them, and the importance that they get it from that here.
very, listen, very important.
No more with as long as they.
I want us to be on the same page. It is a very achievement. First session I had with you was to do a needs assessment, to understand the needs of the members here. Because unless I'm addressing each person don't have any input. If they don't have a benefit for coming, there's no reason for coming. a cooperative can be formed tomorrow morning without having these classes. And it serves no benefit because you don't know structure, organization, management, growing the business, non-profit versus profit. That's why I'm teaching you things. Not only do they have a cooperative, which is not their own source of income or main source of income, but they have the other one, business. And if the other business fails, you won't be seeing them because the cooperative cannot sustain their livelihoods. So it's not one or the other, it's both together. To the degree that they are successful, then the cooperative will be successful. To the degree that they're not successful, it's not sustainable. And I gave you a list of things to tell you what caused corporations and cooperatives to fail and what caused them to succeed. Maybe you missed those classes. But the idea is not to tick a box. I'm not here to tick a box to say, let's go and form a cooperative, the job is done, and then 6 months from now, there's no cooperative, there's no eating because people don't have any interest. Am I making sense? Because you're not making progress because you've never run a cooperative, you don't know how to run it and make it successful. So I have to teach the fundamentals. Are you guys with me? Yes. That's my idea. So the cooperative will come. I have all of the documents in here. Look, formation of a cooperative. Of all the documents here. From the government, laws of cooperatives and Barbuda here. This is the easy. This is the law. Look, the laws are here. The cooperative societies, amendments after
You said you went, I was just telling you, okay, when they understand.
Okay, so but now, maybe some person, respectfully, maybe some persons, no, respectfully.
I could talk to you.
Yeah, but with the greatest respect, right? Here's what I would prefer, that you ask the question rather than giving that back. And I also want, for the benefit of every person here, to understand how they go in this spot. And if you look at the outline that I gave, it says clearly, what are we going to do? Okay, you know what? Yeah, put it this way. Listen, I have to be honest with you, right? We'll be very open and transparent. I want to be respectful of everyone here, and I expect everyone to be respectful likewise. We may not have the same ideas, we may not see things eye to eye. Let's agree to disagree. If I'm not meeting your needs, I can stop coming here tomorrow. That's just. So you should think that this is a waste of time. Give me your feedback. I can do. But I believe that the persons here who want to have this type of stuff, please give me feedback. Not quiet. Yes. Well, okay. And the coordinator, the co-coordinator. All right, so just give me feedback. This is not what you want, then we get it. All right, thank you.
Why would you want to stop? Why we have to, why we have to reach this spot? Because clearly, let me talk now, because you don't talk like that. Because, no, this is a big people thing, and this is business people thing. We're supposed to be trained to become business women in the proper ways to make money. What can Mr. Joseph explain to do with coconut at this point? What? How can I make no money, make no coconut now? So he try to make I know. Utilize the things on your farm or whatever idea or whatever thing that you're doing as your personal business for able to make funding for yourself. So how can I charge money? At a layman term. That's what me gather. Now maybe Mr. Joseph will push out in the point where if you go borrow money, you have to know what to do business plan. And I start to know yet. You have to teach that. I hear go read now. Right? Maybe he too wants to feel how much interesting we are. So he can put in like 2 pence at the end of the course and say, hey, come ladies, I come first. 4 people pay $5,000 invest all out. Why people have to the negative thing I mean next time right now, sisters? Oh, let's stay positive. If you're not stay positive in this, if you're not interested, let's pick one. Simple. Because there's no way. No, they don't tell you, it take 2 to 3 years before you can see a coconut. You don't even know what happened in the future with coconut. Let's just deal with the issues now. Me have soursop from my farm. I'm a plant especially for the reason, and me want to know if we can get it to sell diverse in oh, that's what me want. That's what me glad you teach me. So when the money coming for that, I'm a business afloat, coconut can come in. Come on.
Listen,
Come on.
let me say this in fast. Right?
It's a nice thing to wear. I understand people don't understand.
Let me say this. No, it's very important. No, let me finish. It's very important. I want you to know I'm making a lot of sacrifices to be here. I'm only doing this because trying to help folk where I believe I can help. To be honest, I'm only doing it because I'm not needed. I don't know but I need. Okay? I teach at the University on Monday nights, Tuesday nights, and Thursday nights from 7 until 9. This was not on my agenda. This Monday night was not on my agenda. So I'm teaching 3 nights a week. And I'm being brutally honest. The only reason why I decided to do this was when I heard people in farming cooperative. It's easy for me to stay home on the time. So you have a conversation and decide and let me know. Because to be honest, I don't need this.
I'm staying silent at this time, and I'm reserving our comments until next Monday.
But let me know before.
Yeah, definitely. You know,
I just don't.
definitely.
I have a lot of other things I could do. And I'm doing this for love, function, love. No other reason. Oh, other. You think you can find a better facility, go find that person. Doesn't matter. So you guys are going to know, you decide where you want to go and just get it. Okay?
Yes.
I look forward to talking.
All right, ladies, we are at the session. I would apologize because what was wrong, right? I'm apologizing for the tense end that we have. However, it's not severe as usual. And I do have collected adjustments. I'm wishing everyone a good evening. And I will get word to you during the week. Vegetable field persons. In my case, that's usual. It's go there.
Oh.
So baby. Thank you so much. All right, ladies, vegetables. How much vegetables do you want? 1, 2, vegetable. I'm sorry, I'm and please,
No, I really don't know. I said to him, I said, I have a question. At the time, when I talked to you. Give this. You know, I don't know if they don't do it, but,